And it is, I don't know what day it is anymore. It's Tuesday, March the 30th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, always right around this time, usually around 10 o'clock, 10:15. We try and get on the air. I know it's a light schedule today, so a little bit later than normal. We always shoot it behind the scenes, and then we always get carried away and then forget that we actually have to get on the air at some point. To be honest with you, that's what usually happens. So those people that think that we're mad at each other and don't get along, bad guess. But anyways, last night during my halftime show, I don't know, man, the Houston backers forgot that it was March Madness and started cashing their tickets and thought their full game tickets were cashing at halftime. Didn't exactly work out that way, and we nailed everything in sight last night too. We hit every halftime bet. That Baylor halftime, I I was so on the fence with it because I wasn't. We loved the under, right? I mean, I came out. I was like, I love the under in the second half of the Baylor game. But the thing that I was really worried about, that line at 1.5, and I was like, this is an 8-point game. This is an 8-point game. You got to take the money line here. It's like, I never say this. It's minus 150 on the money line. But it's like, we got to take the money line because I don't feel good at a number really much higher than 8. It's like, we have to bet it because, well, this is what we do, right? We're forced to. It's like, did anyone put a gun to your head? Well, it doesn't really work that way. It's like, someone puts out odds. I can't help myself. I just bet it. And that's exactly what we did. But, yeah, we took the money line for that second half with Baylor, and they ended up winning it by 1 point, and the line was 1.5. I didn't feel good taking the other side on that thing either. So it was like, there was no other way to do it except for the way that we did it. And it actually worked out. Our math, actually, the numbers added up. And we nailed everything in sight yesterday. I think we hit all the premium plays yesterday as well. So, yeah. Pretty good stuff. I know I had the Warriors and whoever was playing the Rockets, the Grizzlies, and then we all gave out Baylor, a group consensus on Baylor in the Elite Eight. Yeah, that under 81 was never even close. Yeah, some people got it at minus 140. It did creep up to minus 160 right before tip-off of the second half, but moneyline was the only way to win that bet. It's like, or you had to take Arkansas on the 1.5. It's like, man, winning by the hook, you're really, it's dicey, I don't love money line bets, but I think at minus 150, especially with baseball around the corner, I could see it. It's like I will do.
Yeah, I think 150 is like the limit.
Yeah, for me, it's like it is the limit. But what we saw, and this is what threw me off last year in baseball, and I'm not going to fall for it again, is we saw wider spreads in baseball, lower run line payouts, and we saw also higher odds on favorites. It was the way of the world last year. And I got thrown off by that because I did the same thing that you do, Brian. It's like, I'm drawing a line in the sand, and minus 150 is my price. But the thing is that the favorites last year were higher than that. And the favorites were coming in, and I got buried under it. I ended up being around 500 actually in baseball, but all the juice ate me alive, even though I take a ton of dogs. So
yeah, it seemed like every time I would take out minus 165 or so, I would lose, and that would just burn my ass, and I wouldn't do it again for a while. I don't know. To me, it seems like it's just as easy to take a plus 105, minus 110 play or something in that range.
Definitely wasn't as doggy as it was more favorites, that's for sure. And MLB last year.
Oh, so this guy is saying on Twitch that my category, I don't know anything about Twitch. I set it up and I didn't put a category, so I will change it, and we'll see if that does anything. If I remember.
Do they offer sports?
No, it's gambling, he said.
Oh.
I don't know how to do it, but I will figure it out. So if I go to Twitch, which I'm here. Welcome back. It looks like you're trying to log in from your device. We emailed you your code. Right? I like when they say they're going to email you the code and they actually do it. like it's there, or they text it to you and it's actually
to wait like 2
not the ones
hours
where you
to
have to
get
wait
the
like 6 hours. It's like, where the hell's the damn code? So, wow, I got all kinds of stuff.
Let's see.
Well, that's
I got
not
a
good.
question for chat. My question for chat is,
A lot of people playing games on Twitch, right? So my channel, if I go to my channel, and then I go to my customize channel, update your stream schedule, add social links, and manage your channel preferences. All right? I think that's what he's saying. Username, display name, bio, add social link. I don't think this is actually my Twitch. This is my other one. This is my sports chat. I think this is my sports chat one. Yeah. I think my name is Free Picks Pick Dogs, right? On Twitch. There we go. Now they send me another one. All right, we'll get to this in a second. We'll come back to it. I'll do it while these guys are talking. But anyways, we've got Elite Eight action today. We've got Gonzaga and USC. We got a line dropper in that one, and we got a line dropper in the other game. The public and or the bettors going on the dogs early and often today. The first game is Gonzaga USC, right? Is that the first one? I had the wrong order yesterday. Yeah. So it's Gonzaga USC is the first game, and this is an interesting one because Gonzaga is a push the ball offense team. They don't play great defense, while USC is kind of the opposite, and they play great defense. And the team that USC has struggled against are the teams that D up on them. So is Gonzaga's tempo and 55% shooting from the floor, is that going to be good enough against the Trojans? And that really is the big question here, because USC can rebound and Gonzaga can rebound. Both these teams can flat out play, right? I mean, USC is 24th in offensive rebounding and 58th in defensive rebounding, and Gonzaga's 23rd in defensive rebounding and 44th in offensive rebounding. So it's like, if you give a team that shoots 55% a second chance or a third chance, you're pretty much dead, right? You might as well just score it at that point. But USC can compete with them on the boards a lot better than BYU, Pepperdine, and San Francisco, and Portland. A lot of the teams that they play, and the other part of this is the Gonzaga defense overall is 149th in the nation. Not quite that Colorado suffocating D that gave USC 3 of their losses this season.
I don't know if you can. The Gonzaga's defense, though, they're playing, in that conference, and when they get up by 20, 30 points, why do they have to play suffocating defense? So, I mean, those numbers are a little bit skewed, in my opinion. I think Gonzaga can play some defense.
We're going to find out, that's for sure, because they didn't against Iowa. The other team that tried to run with them. They certainly didn't. They just outscored them. It was those second chance points. And it really came down to 11 points in that game, the Iowa game. What was the final in that thing? It was somewhat, because in that game you had a big man that could really play, right? And here you have a big man that can really play. And I think, athletically, USC is a lot better than Iowa athletically. USC has the guns to go all the way. The issue is, if it's a tight game, they're dead because they can't hit free throws. Kind of like Alabama. How do you think Alabama? So now it's 2 days later, right? It's 2 days after the collapse, whatever you want to call it, meltdown, blow up, whatever. How do you think Alabama's feeling right now about those free throw shooting? How do you think they're sitting about this UCLA, man? It's like, all we had to do was hit a couple free throws in this game. That's all we had to do, and we could not do it.
14 of them. That'll cost you the game.
So, Brian, what's your take here?
Well, luckily, my top play is on the total, so I can give out the spread winner in both of these contests. And Maybe it's my hate for Gonzaga, but I'm in on USC plus the points. I think free throw shooting is about the only thing I'm really worried about. I think athletically they can compete with Gonzaga and USC. We've seen the quality competition they've played all season long in the Pac-12. So I got in a +9 last night, but 8.5 should be no problem. I think it's a 5-point game or so. So I'm going to take USC plus the points.
Rod, what do you think?
And I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take Gonzaga. USC is scrappy on the boards, but so is Gonzaga. And the way they could score points of bunches like quick too. It's just like on next thing you know, you turn around and look and boom, they're up by 15. I'll take Gonzaga and lay the points. And we got this. Next thing you know, you turn around and look and boom, they're up by 15.
I was going to say, how often
I'll take Gonzaga.
how often do you see Gonzaga under 10-point spread? You never see them in the single
next thing you know, you
digits.
turn around and look and boom.
Yeah, I like the under in this one. I really do. I think USC is going to the right corner, creator dashboard.
Make sure you're a YouTube Premium member. I'm going to give out the total on the Premium show.
So can I just edit for my channel where my channel goes, or I have to do this every stream? Tags, category, search for a category. Gambling. Las Vegas gambling. There's really not that many. There's not a straight gambling here. I'll just put it in. Oh, it didn't work. Wow. Category. Search for a category. Betting. I don't know. I need someone to help me with this. I think gambling is first. There's one called Las Vegas gambling. Gambling. I don't know. I think this game goes under. I just think that I think that USC knows. Both these teams can rebound like crazy. So I think USC knows, man. If they give Gonzaga second chances, they're dead. They're absolutely dead. So there's no reason to believe that that they're just going to lay down and let Gonzaga run the court. I think they have the athletes to run with these guys too.
I think you slow the pace down and you rebound. You don't give any second chances.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. We saw BYU do that to Gonzaga, and they really played them better than we saw anybody else play them this season. It did not work for Virginia because Virginia didn't hit their shots on the other end. But I'll tell you who it did work for was West Virginia. Played the Zags within 5. I think this is going to be a good game. And I think it goes under. I think the public is all over the over, right? You would think. I haven't looked, to be honest with you, this morning. But my favorite comment last night was, "You heard it here first, Houston." Yes, you were the first one that picked Houston. There was like, in the sample size, it was like 98,000. I was like, yes, you were the first one to pick. Now I'm all trying to figure out this Twitch thing. But let's see what we have here as far as public numbers. So we're showing that there's heavy pressure on the 8 and 8.5 here to go down. The money is coming in big on USC here. Only 49% of the bets here on the spread and 61% of the money here on the Trojans, and the line dropping sharply, which shows me in a game this big and a game this isolated that my sample of 24,286 bets is way small. And it's saying that what this is suggesting is that there's some big ass bets coming in on USC here. Some really heavy hitters coming in. But that's not uncommon because in Vegas especially, the California money is king. Comes in, it was the same way with USC football when they were prominent, 15 years ago. That you would see lines come in, with the people coming in from LA into Vegas and pounding it. But that's the way that one looks. And then on the over, 54% of the bets are on the over, and only 38% of the money. That's in the sample. It started at 155. We were down to 153 last night when I did the video. It was 153.5. So serious pressure here on the under and USC as far as the betting action goes. Brian, do you agree with that, or am I looking at something wrong here? Because normally,
I agree with you.
All right, so me and Brian agree on something. You guys can write that down. It happened on March 30th at about 10:30 a.m.
Well, I sample size is actually clear for a change.
What's that? It's nice to have.
I said this sample, that one, that's a nice sample size. Look at something like, there's some other ones today that are just like.
Well, this game's been out for a while. It's going to get a lot bigger, by game time. But on the other game, so a lot of money has come in on UCLA, and once again, it's that California money, and you have to remember that UCLA is the more of the two schools, the more mainstream over USC. 61% of the bets, 65% of the money, 62% of the bets on the over, and 30% of the money on the over. So to me, in that second game, the under is the better play than even the side. That's the strongest play of that game is the under for me. How about you guys? Rod, what are you thinking here? Or Brian, go ahead.
I was going to say, people love betting the over, so, I mean, that's just what they do. I'm going to lean towards the under in this one, just purely based on these sample size I see coming in. But I think the best bet is taking Michigan minus the points. I think you want to wait closer to tip-off. I think you can probably get a -6 or better, but I think Michigan won't have any problem. They've been covering for me all year, 13-4-2 against the spread in tournament games. I'm going to keep it going with Michigan, lay the 6.5 here for a nice size wager.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the under. Michigan's 12-2 in their last 14 games, following a straight-up win to the under. The under is 13-5 in Michigan's last 18. And we've seen that Michigan D last game, and they're pretty solid. I think we got a defensive battle on our hand. It's like one of those games that first person to get to 60, 65 wins this game. So I agree. Give me the under in that one.
Under for me, that's for sure. Adding a profile picture. I like this Twitch. I never really have paid much attention. You guys ever check this Twitch out?
The gamblers really go on Twitch to watch videos.
Yeah, I'm on there right now. I'm on there right now, actually. So yes, they do.
I think of it more of a video game platform where.
It used to be.
People go.
It used to be.
Until
Mitchie Puck skated on.
Yeah.
So on the side in this game, obviously, some betting action here where it looks like, the line opened in this one at 7.5, and you have to remember that. And it looks like they got the UCLA action that they were looking for at 6.5. It looks like they got the Michigan action they were looking for, right, at 6.5 and 7. And now they're bringing the line back up from 6.5 to 7 in this game.
Yeah. So you might not ever get a 6. But.
Yeah, you might not get a 6. I don't think it'll depend. There's a long way to go because especially with this one being the 10 o'clock Eastern time start, there's a lot of time between now and then. But
I think Michigan's head and shoulders better than UCLA, but maybe I'm partial.
But that doesn't mean anything. It means 0 in the NCAA tournament, and it also means 0, in as well as covering the spread. If you didn't think Houston was head and shoulders better than Oregon State on the court yesterday, I mean, it was men against boys for 40 minutes.
Yeah, but the last 2 minutes of the game, how many times did Oregon State dribble one off their knee, throw it out of bounds? Fucking, yeah.
You know what? You know why? You know why they did that? Because the pressure, the suffocating pressure they had been under all night. They couldn't even keep their eye on the ball. They had to be looking to see where it was going to come from next, because Houston played, I would say the first half by Houston in that game is one of the best first halves of the entire tournament by any team. They came out and it was just like, I didn't think Oregon State did anything wrong in the first half, and I said this during the halftime.
They didn't rebound. They didn't rebound.
They didn't have a chance, man. Houston was all over the place, man. They were everywhere. You can't take anything away from Houston in that first half, and you can't really put it on Oregon State. It was like they just got flat out played by a better team. I mean, they didn't, and those, the dribble off the leg and all that stuff. They weren't going to win that game.
What about the breakaway?
They were not going to win. They were not going to win.
Shots in the ball out of bounds.
Hey,
that was
killer.
I
always say is you give a Beaver a wide open three there down the stretch, with the cover on the line there, you're pretty much dead. Who'd you have, Brian? Did you have Oregon State or UCLA?
I had Oregon State.
How about you, Rod? Who'd you have?
I mean, I got lucky.
Rod had Houston, so I had Oregon State too. So when the guy hit the three, the Oregon State guy hit the three when that trip down the court, late in the game, because it was one of those games with the, and I said this, during the live show, during the halftime and everything. And, I talked about this already last night a little bit, but so when in the last 2 minutes of the game, did anybody feel comfortable? No matter which side you were on.
I was feeling comfortable before all those events started happening. The breakaway foul that they gave him 2 shots in the ball out of bounds, the dribble off the knee, the throw the ball out of bounds.
But when the guy hit the three,
yeah,
that was pretty much right. That was the shot heard around the world on that game.
When Houston started missing free throws at the end there and hitting 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I knew we were.
It's like, am I watching Arkansas or Alabama here?
It's like, I'm like, here comes the Beaver. He's going to shoot the 3, and I'm like, oh, there it goes.
And then I was yelling at my TV, show some class. You better not foul with 3 seconds left, you bastards.
How about the pathetic Arkansas fans still coming by and harassing me on my Arkansas Baylor video? It's like, I mean, how pathetic are these people? It's like, how sad and angry are they? Really,
they had a good year.
They had a good year.
They had a good year.
They had one of the top 10. They had the number 8 recruiting class. I think it could have even been better than that. They had their guard that could have gone to the NBA, came back and played for them, and they should be pretty good next year. And I'm gonna guess that Alabama's shooting free throws right now while we're talking too.
Right as we're talking, yeah. What are you doing all summer long? Free throw drills. Standing at the free throw line, taking free throws.
All right. So who's your pick here? Who's your free pick? I'm going with the under.
I'm going with the under too.
Brian?
My free pick, I had Michigan and I have the under.
Wow. Brian.
Lots of value here on the show.
Wow. Brian, give it away.
Ay. My bracket stinks. I was just looking to see who my Final Four was. Hey.
Baylor? You had that Baylor.
I had the Gonzaga, Texas, West Virginia, and Ohio State. So pretty putrid.
West Virginia was the worst of those picks, I would say.
I don't know. Ohio State lost.
I know, but West Virginia was like, they never.
If I give you my Final Four, just bet the opposite of the first round on the money line. You'll be good.
Well, we got 4 NBA games. Oh, what are you selling today? No, you're giving away all your picks.
Oh no, I didn't give away any premium picks. I got my Tuesday Master Lock 3-pack. I got a huge college basketball total that I love. Should be an easy one. My NHL Tuesday Executive Info, my NBA Tuesday Titanium, all 3 plays for $40. Off a winning day yesterday, finally. We're gonna keep it moving forward today on Tuesday.
All right. How about you, Rod?
And for me, I've got Top Shelf Tuesday triple. 2 college basketball, 1 NBA. Love these 3 plays. 3 top shelf plays. Totally going to blow up your book and cash in big. Jump aboard.
I got some kind of package out there with the college and NBA. But we got our YouTube premium. I think we did pretty good yesterday. I was 2-0. I know yesterday. Plus, we hit that bonus pick. I know Rod hit his Penguins pick that I read the early one. I don't remember your late pick. People email me, too. It's like, I can't get the video. Can you tell me what the picks are? It's like, I have no idea what the picks are. You know, I know what my pick was. And it's like, even then, like last night during the show, I had the Warriors was one of my picks. I couldn't remember what the hell my pick was, you know, for the show. It's like, I don't know. Some people must think that like all the videos and stuff just happen by magic. I don't know, man. It's like, there's a reason why nobody else does that, you know?
You need a computer-generated Mitch that does the videos for you.
Yeah, hologram, right? Whatever.
Like Max Headroom or whatever that Pepsi commercial
Max Mitch Room.
Yeah.
20 years from now, we'll be using this computer-simulated Mitch.
Computer simulated Mitch. Anyways, we got the premium early show and the late show. Today is a light card, so I don't know how it's going to work. We always seem to get it done on those. I would say that the picks are, I don't know. Any pick that I give out on the premium show, I'm betting myself. So even on a light card day like this. So
yeah, the NBA is pretty putrid today.
Well, there's only 4 games, and then tomorrow we have 11 in the NBA? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then of course on Thursday, 7 NBA and 15 Major League Baseball. So it's gonna be a busy day for me tomorrow.
Yeah, don't forget the Major League Baseball season passes for the guys that have it up.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I know Rod does, and I have one up. And
a lot of people asking me for the season pass, and I haven't put one up.
Yeah, for $500 you get months worth of picks, so can't beat it. The only thing that beats that is the premium show on YouTube, because then you keep up that $50 membership, you're gonna get lots of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like a third tier for that, and I'm just not sure what it is. If it's my halftime shows, if it's, I don't know what it is, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. More cappers picks, if I get like a guest every day or something to be on. I don't know. You guys tell me. What would be like a good $100 premium?
I think the third tier would come when football season starts and you do halftime stuff and just have, we just
I liked when people hammered me 2 days ago about my halftimes and this would be worth paying for, because I had lost, a few of them. And then yesterday when I swept it, 4-0 on the halftimes. It's like, oops. Whoops. Open mouth. Open mouth, insert foot. Open up mouth, insert keyboard. Oops. Guess you've never seen our halftimes before. We don't win them all, that's for sure, but come pretty damn close. All right, NBA action. Got just 4 games. Should we do 2 and 2, or let's just do the whole 4? Spend a lot of time on the college hoops. Washington, Charlotte, Denver, Philadelphia. Clippers against Magic, and the Suns against the Hawks. I like the under in the Suns-Hawks game, 221. Had that been out last night, I would have put it in as my premium pick. How about that? I should have given it out. I should have given it out on the show. Damn. All right.
Yeah, for me, I love one game on this, and it's a premium play. But as far as free picks go, I'm gonna boy, this is just something I'm betting for action tonight. I'm going to take the Orlando Magic plus the points. Clippers coming off that nice, easy winner yesterday. I think the Magic, who seem to be a cover machine if you take them in specific spots. I think with all these points here, I think they could sneak out of cover. And I'm also going to lean towards the Phoenix Suns here, laying the 6 points. I don't love this game, but I think Atlanta has blew their load and they need to get back to Atlanta. I think Phoenix can take advantage of the home court here and win this game by 10 points. But of the two games, I probably like Orlando Magic the most, get the points.
And for me in these ones, yeah, I agree. Give me the Magic plus the 11.5. That's just way too many points. Magic have covered the last 3 games, so they're on a nice 3-game cover winning streak. So no reason to get off that. I believe in Magic. The Magic plus the points in that one. And just like you said, this is the Hawks' last game on this road trip. They just want to go get home. So give me the Suns minus points. I think they get a nice 10-point win over the Hawks, who just want to go home.
I think the best betting actions in college tonight, though. College basketball.
The best what?
The best bang for your buck's college basketball today, I think.
No, that's where my money's at. I don't know. Sometimes there's opportunity, in NBA. I was terrible on my early NBA picks yesterday, and then I came home and nailed all the late ones, right? So it's like, it's one of those ones, it's getting beaten up in the YouTube comments. It's always some guy from, like, Germany or something. Do you ever win a game?
Never.
Never. Absolutely never. Which would be a great skill to have. I mean, it would be a great skill to have. If you could never hit a game, that would be super impressive.
My only NBA yesterday
was
the over. I had the over in the Warriors game, and it just came. It was like, oh, we're cruising right along, and then all of a sudden you hit the fourth, and it did one of those. Oh, we're only scored 37 points in the fourth. You lose. What? Seriously? You score 63, 62, 56, and then you score 30-something. All righty.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just like typical NBA fourth quarter.
I like the Magic here against the Clippers too. I just, I've been riding the Magic since the trade.
Since everybody's been like, oh my God, who's going to score for Orlando?
I don't know.
It's the same guys that were scoring before the trade.
Something like that.
Something like that. A few guys in here and there.
I mean, the Clippers just beat the Bucks. I mean, how up are they going to be to slam the Magic?
Did you say Pucks?
Bucks.
Pucks. Got 7 NHL games today. Mitchie Puck skates to another 2 winners yesterday. Double winners. Buffalo on that puck line.
Yeah, it was bad. Bastards yesterday. I thought for sure I had that in the bank.
For a win, for an outright.
I was ready for. I was bragging too early.
You gotta take the hot diggity dog, man. You gotta take
the hot diggity dog.
Gotta take the.
I texted Rod. I was like, "How about them Sabres?" And then I go and look. It's 3-1. That's
they covered.
3-2. That's 3.
They covered.
I had them on the money line. They didn't cover for me. Anyway.
Bruins, Devils, Rangers, Caps, Lightning, Blue Jackets, Panthers, Red Wings. Brian, any of these 4? As I scan the board for my Mitchie Pucks play. Though my dog of the day at Sports Chat might be my Mitchie Pucks play because I really like it.
Did you mention the Sabres and Flyers in those 4 games? I'm looking here. Because everything's starting at 7 almost.
Are they playing today? I don't show them on the board.
Did they come off the board?
I don't show that as a game today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's not one of them.
Damn it.
That was yesterday.
Let me look.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
add some.
They were on my board. I don't know why.
Well, because you're foolish and lack vision. We know that, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, boy, these juices are all real high. I'm going to take a crack with the Columbus Blue Jackets plus nice, I think it's around plus 230, 220 here on the road. Tampa Bay, that's just when I don't see anything that's a rock solid slam dunk play, I like to take my chances with a degenerate bet against the Lightning because you're always going to get good value here. So I'm going to do a small $60 bet on the Jackets, Blue Jackets.
How about the Capitals?
That's a premium play for me, that matchup.
Oh, I like the Crabs. Rod?
For me in that spot, I'll take the Devils. Devils just beat Boston. I don't see why they can't go in there and beat them again. So I'll take the Devils. I'm going to take the Rangers. Give me the Rangers. They've been playing good hockey, and I think this is a good spot that the Rangers steal a win from Washington. And I can't touch Columbus. Columbus stinks. They're horrible, man. They just lost to Detroit 4-1. No way can I take Columbus. I'm not even going to chase that game with whatever. I'm going to take the over 5.5 in that one.
I could actually see Brian's. I could see Brian's play there. I get it.
Well, see, the problem is I can't get the Sabres today.
I just Columbus defense stinks, man. They're horrible.
Yeah, you got to throw all that stuff out the window and just play the numbers.
Maybe the puck line's the better play because everybody's going to be betting Tampa Bay minus that one.
I think so too. And the thing is, so the Blue Jackets are 3-4-2-1 in their last 10, so they don't have that kind of great momentum. But it's not like the Lightning are like the Capitals who are 9-1 in their last 10 games and just taking names. They're 6-4. It's for them that's as good as you're going to get them. So
look at that too. Minus 1.5 is a plus 100 for Tampa Bay. No juice. Everybody's going to be.
Well, yeah, because they're 13-2 at home. They only lost 2, so you got that little 2 game. I think it's a 1-goal game though. Definitely going to burn the plus 1.5 is probably solid play in that one.
But the Lightning puck line 12-3 at home. So if they win, it's puck line. 12-3 at home. For the puck line.
It's just one of those. And I watch Columbus defense just collapse.
I know, but 6-11 on the puck line on the road for Columbus. So it's like the probability here is that if you're on the Lightning, you lay the puck line here. But if you're on the Lightning, you gotta lay the puck. But you can make a case for Columbus here.
This is kind of how Major League Baseball was last year.
You kind of just have
too high to bet the money line.
Yeah, it's like, so you got to try and figure this out. It's like every game is this math equation that when I try to explain it to people over thing, and everyone's like, you should do a baseball thing, explaining how you do it. It's like I start getting into this numbers thing, like I've been doing with the Mitchie Pucks hockey. And nobody understands a word I'm saying, and they say, this is boring. Right? So it's like, that's why I don't do it, But it's like, you guys can see me handicapping and doing the math, right, in my head as I'm going. I'm saying some of it out loud, but it's like, you can see where how I'm squeezing value out of these lines. So I see the reason why I said that I see Brian's bet there is because I see the value in it. It's like poker. When you play poker and you value bet, it's kind of like the same thing in there, where it's like, I don't like the probability all that much, but I'm a gambler. What the hell? So it's like, it's like if I'm going to bet that game, I'm sure as hell not going to bet minus 253 on Tampa Bay. And if I'm going to bet Tampa Bay, I don't like them enough to bet the puck line because they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. But it's like if they're going to win, then if you're going to bet Tampa Bay at all, you have to take the puck line. And if you're going to take Columbus, well, it's like there are worse plays out there, I'm sure. I haven't really looked at that closely.
And if you look, they played twice this year, and Tampa Bay won one game 3-2, and Columbus won the other game 5-2.
Yeah, there you have
both games in Columbus, though.
Yes.
We haven't had this.
Tampa Bay 12-3 on the puck line at home. 12-3 on the puck line at home. Maybe we'll get Al Ninos on here for our hockey segment. He's the number 1 NHL handicapper on our board. Al has been tearing it up, man, in hockey this year.
In hockey.
He has been crushing it. Well, it's hard enough, man, to get one sport and get dialed in. I've had seasons where I've been number 1. Brian's been number 1 in season. It is not. You can't take anything away from someone that lights up one sport, if you could just take one sport and light it up for a season, man, go for it, man. And it's like I've done it a bunch of times, you know. And Al Ninos, this is really the first time I've ever seen him go on this type of tear. I've known Al for a long time, and it's like, man, it's like not my style, you know, not my style, that's for sure. But who cares, man? You know what my style is? Cashing tickets. That's my style, man. My style, it always comes out. It's like, hey, you changed your style. Yes, I like to win. It's like, because I like to cash the tickets instead of throwing them on the floor. But Al Ninos, if you're into NHL, he is killing it, man. Check out his packages.
That's why I see those Gonzaga guys tonight tossing their tickets on the ground after the USC.
Wow. Calling him out. Rod sounds like Rod's gonna be wearing a USC hat tomorrow. We got this thing.
I'm gonna personally buy Rod a USC hat and send it to him. I'm gonna make sure he has one. For next season.
I'm looking at the other ones, at the other games here. The only other one I see here is the Capitals of these four. Where I could bet it. I could see the Devils on the puck line, but I'm going to guess the number is too high.
Yeah, most likely.
Like if you can get a reasonable number on the Devils.
Yeah, that's a hot diggity dog at minus 160.
Yeah, is that what it is? Minus 160. That's actually too good odds for a hot diggity dog. It's actually in that game. That's the play. Is the Devils puck line.
No,
right?
I think it's minus 1.5 Bruins if you're going to have to bet the puck line. I don't know.
5-9 on the puck line at home, 9-22 on the puck line overall for the Bruins. The Devils are 20-13 on the puck line and 12-4 on the puck line on the road. Believe me, this one is so obvious. It's staring at you in the face. I know you hate the minus 160.
I hate the minus
as much
160.
as I do, which is why I refuse to let anybody know that there's anything there. I would never say that there's value, that the play there is the Devils puck line. I would never say it, but the play there is the Devils puck line in that game.
I'm taking the Devils on the money line. They're going to outright them.
Don't like that as much.
Love that. They're going to outright them.
Well, I am Mitchy Pucks. Anyways, let's go to our next.
We didn't have our baseball predictions for this year. Are we doing that a couple days from now?
I don't know. We could do a special.
All right.
We could just run right over the drive-through. Start it like right when we're doing our premium, late premium. Let's keep going. We'll just go right over the drive-through. Sorry, Tony. You've been preempted.
I've 2 years in a row.
I've taken over the artwork on the thumbnails for the drive-through as well.
Yeah. And it looks good.
Yeah, just one more thing. I had a lot of hours left, so I just figured let's redesign our entire thumbnails for our YouTube channel. And I'll hand do each one of them. It's like I had so much free time to begin with. Montreal versus Edmonton. Edmonton is my dog of the day today. Let's see that. Don't watch my dog of the day over at Sports Shop Place. Edmonton Oilers. Dog of the day. It's actually dropped since I gave it out as dog of the day. It was plus 115. Got the Blackhawks against the Hurricane. And the Hawks. That's the hot diggity dog right there, Brian. Is that one.
I like the Chicago Blackhawks in this.
Not on the puck line? Just straight up?
Just straight up the plus 140 on the Blackhawks. I know
I'd rather put an extra couple bucks on my Elite Eight picks than bet that thing. And then because the play there is the hot diggity dog puck line play, and that one's got to be in minus 200.
Minus 180.
Nice. That's it. That's the hot diggity. Too
Maybe
good.
You do that,
Brian. Too good to be true.
Maybe you parlay up the Blackhawks plus 1.5 and the Devils plus 1.5. You can get a decent payout.
Brian, it's too good to be true. Let's get this straight. You got the Predators against.
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true. We got the Nashville Predators against the Dallas Stars as well. I take a look at that one while these guys are talking. Brian, any of these three, because that Blackhawks puck line, hot diggity, too good to be true.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Blackhawks on the money line, and a slight lean to the Dallas Stars here. Predators are playing much better hockey here, but I just think Dallas is the better team, and they got to start winning sometime. I think they get a W tonight. Nothing I'm going big on. Although Columbus Blue Jackets that we talked about earlier, I think I might put a nice wager in on that one on the puck line.
Rod?
We forget that Columbus was the team that ousted Tampa from the playoffs 4 straight a couple years ago.
We wouldn't know because we don't watch hockey at all. But that's besides the point. We don't know who ousted who. All I know is that all I'm looking at is a bunch of numbers. So far they're 6-0 on this show. Any of these three you like?
So for me in this one, I'm going to take Detroit and Florida under 5.5 goals. Some injuries on Florida and Detroit. They huge outpour of 4 goals last game. Maybe like if they scored 2 this one. Give me the under 5.5 on that one. And I like Cashville at home. Give me Nashville play solid at home. 7-3 their last 10. They've definitely picked up their game play. And I don't know why they're a dog at home against Dallas. 3-3, 2-2 in their last 10 games. They're 4-6 on the road. Yuck. Give me Nashville. Nice dog at home. Money line dog.
Yeah, that looks like, unfortunately, a somebody knows something. that's why I would stay away or take Dallas. But
like yesterday's Knicks and Heat.
Yeah, that's a somebody knows something number to me because you're right. It looks like it's all Nashville, but it's like, and you see that number, it's like, somebody knows something. I'm gonna go with somebody. It just doesn't make any sense at all, right? And it's like, you even have 71% on to top it all off. All the betting actions on Nashville. Let's see. Let me double check that number. So the number I'm showing, yeah, 87% of the money line bets in that game are on the Predators. Small sample size. 87%. I smell something fishy. Mitchie Pucks is going to stick with his dog of the day and go with Edmonton as his Mitchie Pucks play of the day. Try and make it a perfect touchdown. Kicking the extra point. 6-0. I think we're 7-0 actually after yesterday. I was 2-0. So I like that one. I also like that hot diggity. I also like the Caps. You know, I think the Caps could also be my Mitchie Pucks. You know what? I'll go with the Capitals here against the Rangers instead, and yeah, I'll go with the. I like both of them. We'll go with both. You know what? I'll parlay them up. That'll be my parlay today. Be Devils puck line with the Capitals and the Oilers. It's so obvious. Anyways, speaking of parlays, Rod, what's your parlay?
For me, I'm going to take the Zags minus the points. I'm going to take Devils on the money line. And I'm going to take Cashville money line. I'm not going to go buy the somebody knows something thing. It looked like that yesterday with the Oilers, and the Oilers still got the win over the Leafs. So I'm going to take Nashville on the money line. So Zags minus the points, Devils, and Nashville on the money line. My parlay.
Hate it. Brian, how about you?
USC plus the points for a layup cover. Michigan minus 6.5. And the Columbus Blue Jackets plus the puck and a half.
Devils on the puck line. Too good to be true. I like the Capitals and the Edmonton Oilers. All Mitchie Pucks all the time. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have an awesome day. We're going to do that premium show now and get that out to you. And, of course, we'll have another one for you at 5 p.m. We got the drive-through at 6 p.m. I'm not on it today. We'll take a look at who is on. Tony T always sends me the email distribution list for who is on the drive-through, and it is going to be Alex Smart, Tony Brown, Al Ninos, Rod Zawacki, Shane Mickle, Chris Ruffalo, James Clark, and Tony T on today's drive-through. Wow, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in 6 games. Should be fun. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. I'm going to try my best to act more professional tomorrow.